Hey YouTubers, it's Charlie. My Spidey sense is tingling. So we learned about some other Avengers that might be popping up in Spider-Man Homecoming, like his friend from Brooklyn, and we learned about when the first trailer might be dropping. So here we go. So we all know that Robert Downey Jr. has been confirmed for Spider-Man Homecoming. He's going to be used in a small way, but important. I'm not expecting him to have as much time on screen as, say, like Spider-Man had during Civil War. Like, it's going to be a Spider-Man movie, so it's mostly going to be Spider-Man interacting with those characters. Avengers will just be cameoing, but it makes sense that they would follow up on the energy of that, like, Spider-Man interaction with Captain America during Civil War, where he comes into the fight as Iron Man's new ringer, but he's also this huge fan and looks up to Captain America. Hey, Cap, big fan. So it would make sense that they, if they're not going to do the Uncle Ben origin story, that they would still maintain the great power, great responsibility subtext of the Spider-Man character and just pass that on to Iron Man and Captain America. The real question, though, is because Captain America is now off the grid, he's still a fugitive from the government, so he has to stay on the DL. But I think the end tag for Civil War was a sign that the really bad blood, like the I want to shoot you in the face bad blood, between Captain America and Iron Man is largely gone, but I'm not expecting a scene where they interact together on screen. I'm just expecting scenes where Spider-Man interacts with Iron Man, and then separately in other scenes, he interacts with Captain America. But in that, there will be some connective tissue to the stuff that happened with all those characters in Civil War. Now remember, Captain America left the shield behind. He's not Captain America anymore. So I don't think that Spider-Man is going to give him his shield back, even though that happened during Civil War in the comics. That's just because the Russos have said that when Avengers Infinity War picks back up, he won't be the Captain America character. He'll just be Steve Rogers. Like, the Captain America name is dead for all intents and purposes. It's like it's sitting on a shelf somewhere waiting for someone to pick it up, or Steve Rogers to pick it back up. But because they're kind of like the moral conscience of Spider-Man right now, like he looks up to them, so they're meant to be these big role models. Even though they took a few knocks during Civil War, like morally they were on shaky ground for a little bit of it, like Steve Rogers not letting Tony Stark know that Winter Soldier killed his parents, even though he knew beforehand. But even though each of them kind of giving Spider-Man some advice, like being the big brother or the father figure that he doesn't have right now, is a really cool idea, I do expect them to have like some cool moment. There'll be the awe moment, like, oh, that's, really awesome speech they gave to him. They gave him some help in making some big decision that he needed to make. But there'll also probably be a, oh my god, that's cool moment. Like the thing with Tony Stark is that he always has the best toys, but Captain America has all the amazing moves. But just expect Spider-Man to have a little bit of fun with his friend from Brooklyn, like he told Aunt May. Oh, where's your friend from? Oh, he's from Brooklyn. Meta guy, he's from Brooklyn. And his other friend, Tony Stark, who Aunt May already knows about. But the other rumor now is that Black Widow will also have a small role in the film. So wouldn't it be fun if they used those three Avengers characters as a form of Spider-Man's id, superego, and ego? So Freudian psychology, the id is kind of like Tony Stark, the instinctual part of your brain that acts on impulse. The superego is the moralizing part of your brain, the Captain America part, the part of your brain that's always telling you to do what's morally right in each situation. And then the ego is kind of like the Black Widow, the thing that mediates between the desires of the id and the superego. So you have Iron Man, who just is very impulsive. You have Captain America, that's always taken the moral high ground. Then you have Black Widow, who tries to mediate between the two of them. Like, dudes, do not fight. Let's be reasonable about this. So maybe they'll end up using those characters in the Spider-Man movie in that way. Like, Spider-Man has a lot of problems that he faces. He has things that he wants to do. He has things that he knows he should probably do, and he needs to find some sort of compromise between them. But let me know in the comments, how do you think they would use Captain America and Black Widow in a Spider-Man movie? Now, we kind of know Iron Man is giving him technology, like on a very simple level. He's just giving him some upgrades, giving him a little bit of advice, maybe some help with the big villain, with the Vulture in the film. But on a much deeper subtextual level, I think they'll feel like the id, ego, superego in the great power, great responsibility theme to the Spider-Man character. But, very important for the Spider-Man character, but since they're not going to do the Uncle Ben origin story, they're not literally going to do that scene again. So they have to weave it into the subtext of the film. But for those of you asking, there is a rumor that a Spider-Man trailer is going to drop in the middle of October. It's unconfirmed, but supposedly there was a leak that listed when a bunch of trailers were going to be released. There was a Spider-Man trailer listed smack dab in the middle of October. So just be prepared for your Spidey sense to start tingling. And if you guys didn't know, there is a new round of the giveaway that's going on now. The Civil War Blu-ray's coming out on Friday. All you have to do to enter is be a subscriber and leave a comment on this video. It's just for the value of the Blu-ray, so it's about a $30 Amazon gift card. So get hyped. They just announced a really big cast member. Jim Broadbent is joining Game of Thrones Season 7. I have a couple of theories about who I think he's going to be, so I'll be doing a video for that later tonight. I also still want to do that Justice League Deathstroke follow-up video. Joe Manganiello is rumored to be playing Deathstroke, but it's unconfirmed. There are a couple other big actors that I think could pull it off, so I'll try to get that stuff out as fast as possible. While you guys wait for that to post, you can click here to watch the Civil War bloopers again, and you can click here for Spider-Man Homecoming behind the scenes. Thank you so much for watching, everybody. Let's high five. I'll see you guys tonight.